The small intestine, a 21-foot tube, lies in coils in the abdomen. The first 10 to 12 inches are called the duodenum, which is the U-shaped section of the small intestine that joins the stomach and the jejunum. The next 8 feet, the jejunum and the remaining 12 feet of the ileum join the duodenum with the large intestine. The muscle layers of the small intestine are arranged longitudinally on the outside and circularly on the inside. Between the muscle layers are a series of nerve fibers which control the muscular movements that mix and move food along. The common bile duct is the opening through which bile and pancreatic juices enter the small intestine. As food reaches the duodenum from the stomach, it is mixed with these juices and further digested. At the base of the duct is a ring of smooth muscle, the sphincter, which regulates the outflow of fluid.
The primary functions of the digestive system are the breakdown of food, called digestion, and absorption of nutrients. Digestion begins in the mouth, where the teeth break food into smaller particles during mastication. Salivary glands located near the oral cavity secrete saliva, which begins chemical digestion and keeps the food moist. As food is swallowed, the soft palate blocks the upper pharynx to prevent food from entering the nasal cavity, and multiple voluntary muscles in the face, neck, and tongue contract, pushing food particles through the pharynx. The food passes over the epiglottis, which prevents food entry into the respiratory system, and then into the esophagus, which connects the pharynx to the stomach. The one-way movement of the food mass, now called a bolus, is controlled by wave-like involuntary muscle contractions. This movement is known as peristalsis. The bolus now enters the stomach. Folds in the stomach wall, called rugae, allow for expansion as the stomach fills. Stomach cells secrete hydrochloric acid, pepsinogen, and various regulatory hormones that chemically digest the bolus. Muscular contractions in the stomach churn its contents to further break down the bolus and mix it with stomach secretions to form a thick liquid called chyme. Chyme exits the stomach through the pyloric sphincter and enters
Food, when eaten, begins to digest in the mouth, but different types of food are digested in different parts of the digestive system. Protein, while masticated in the mouth, is primarily digested in the stomach. Fats are primarily digested in the small intestine. The process of carbohydrate digestion begins in the mouth with the release of the amylase enzyme. In the mouth, amylase enzymes begin to break apart the bonds holding the carbohydrate polysaccharide sugars together. As masticated and partially digested food reaches the upper stomach, the fundus, through the esophagus, the lower stomach begins to fill with hydrochloric acid. Additional carbohydrate digestion continues from the mouth in the upper stomach. Protein is primarily digested in the stomach. Protein digesting enzymes break apart the bonds holding the amino acids of protein. Digested protein, partially digested carbohydrates, and undigested fats travel into the small intestine for the digestive process to be completed.